Hey guys, I have not gone live here forever. It's so funny. I just realized I've been like completely on Instagram and not checking out Facebook at all until I got an amazing message today from somebody. They're like, where you be at, girl? And I'm like, I don't know how to talk like that, but that's really funny. And I will reach back out today. And I was thinking about like, what could I say that would have any value? I feel like I haven't been on here in forever. And I realized something I heard today on a podcast I love called The End My Lit Show. And it's funny because I never thought I would like it when they first introduced me to it. I desperately need another cup of coffee, so I'm making one. And it was so interesting. He was interviewing, this guy went from 310 pounds to Nike athlete. And he said, this was amazing. He said, I had to tell myself, hey, Debbie. This guy went from a 310 pound guy, depressed, struggling, like had everything going for him at work, but was in fear, like lived in fear of the weekends, even though he had plenty of money and friends and everything going for him. But the thought of leaving his house and people seeing him not in work mode, that overweight, where he felt so not in control of his life, was so terrifying to him. He almost became like a recluse in his own house. And he decided at 310 pounds, he's going to run an Ironman in 10 months. And he looked up online all the training schedules, because like I have to change my whole life. And he changed his identity, like started calling himself in his head a new name. And he said when he looked at the training schedule, it was so crazy and so hard. He's like, that's hard. I don't know that I want to do that. Like if I make it that hard, there's no way I'm going to stick with it. And this is something I totally related to, and why I feel like it took me till 35 to get fit and lose weight is that everyone told me it had to be so hard. It had to be so hard instead of it had to be flipping fun. And so he said that he told himself that anything he wanted to do, that it was going to be easy. He's like, 2 hours of swimming. You know what? When I used to be a kid, I would go to the pool for 2 hours, no big deal. Next day, I'm supposed to do 2 hours of bike riding. You know what? When I was with my friends and I was 8 years old, I could totally go ride my bike for 2 hours. It was no big deal. Oh, running. You know what? I used to run around the playground for 2 hours, and he decided that he was going to train for this Ironman just by turning himself back into an 8-year-old. That the stuff that we have to do has to be fun. And oh my God, this hit me where it hurts so bad, because I can get so serious. Like you put a goal in front of me and like tell me, okay, well, you have to do your homework. I will show up and do my homework. But I look back, and the times I've been most successful was when I wouldn't just do my homework, but I'd invite 3 girlfriends over and we would do it together. Anytime where we're making things fun, we stick with it. And we all know that we only are successful at things we stick with. So if we tell ourselves that getting healthy is going to be really hard and really uncomfortable, nobody's going to do it. Nobody's going to do it. No one's going to reap the rewards. No one's going to change their life. But if we actually and sincerely make it fun for ourselves, then lives are changed. All of a sudden, we get this consistency. I felt like my heart warmed. Someone tagged me in a post on Instagram today. Their 2-year journey. They've been in my group for 2 years, just hanging out and having fun with us. And they posted their before and after picture at an event 2 years ago to an event there in Chicago this weekend. And it just made me tear up, because the joy and the fun that you can see on her face that she's been having over the last 2 years. And yeah, she got to her goal weight. She looks amazing, but she loves herself. And she's having so much fun that she says, oh my God, anybody can do this. That's what I need to keep cultivating in myself when it comes to work. Because now when it comes to fitness and health, I'm on the fun train. I find it fun every day to get up and do the stuff I need to do for fun and for health. Because I've learned that lesson over the last, almost 3 years Pesach, when I hit rock bottom and I was 210 pounds and I had a new baby and I had like no extra money because I was self-employed, so no good maternity leave. I had no access to a gym with babysitting. I had no scarcity. And I said, this has to be fun. I can't, when everything in my life is falling apart, do stuff that's not gonna be fun. And now I know that the next transition for me is doing that with my business mindset, because I'm always like, feel the most empowered when I actually do that power hour of work, of the annoying stuff, the bill paying, the organizing, the blog post, which I love the writing and the creativity, but oh my God, the doing is hard. And I realized I have to take that same thing that this guy said in the End My Light podcast, that he wanted at 310 pounds to run a Ironman and did it in 10 months, not by training for an Ironman, but by training like a freaking 8-year-old. By saying, hey, it used to be fun for me to ride my bike for 2 hours. I'm gonna get some friends together and we're gonna go and ride our bike for 2 hours. I used to totally be able to go to the pool for 2 hours. I can go to the pool and swim for 2 hours. And every time I repeat that story, I'm like, it's so freaking shocking that life could be so much easier if instead of thinking that all this stuff that we have to do is so hard, that we just make it really fun. So I've been really honest lately on my Instagram that we got some debt from a bad car accident that my husband was in. And it's been like crazy stressful. And every time we think like we're gonna get a hold of it and we're gonna really handle it, we're gonna handle it, all the hard comes in. It's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be so hard. And so really, we are implementing this. This is gonna be fun. I have filled up my Instagram feed with people with the hashtag like debt-free journey, and like watching them post like car debt every week. Like they're posting, it's $25 down, it's $25 down, and it's so fun. It's really fun. So if you're struggling with something, grab some people. Make it really, really fun. And if you're looking for it in health and fitness, we have it at like an insanely low price, because I know, because when I hit rock bottom, I was also in a financial place where I couldn't afford so much. And, you know, it's something that especially as our business is growing, it's also hard because I keep thinking it's hard. But actually, I love talking to people about what they eat. I really do. I love talking to other fitness coaches when they ask me advice about their Instagram or their business, or someone called me straight and say, hey, I love your Instagram. I make cakes. How did you do this text that you did on your photo? I love talking about that. So if that's all I do for my job, and I'm lucky enough to love every part of my job, why am I telling myself it's freaking hard? Why am I telling myself it's hard? Because when it's hard, I don't want to do it. It has to be an achievement. And as achievement-oriented as I can be, as maybe you guys are too, there's a limit to how much hard stuff I want to do in a day. And it's just occurred to me how many things in my life that I'm struggling with. I'm struggling with the siblings fighting, my two youngest girls who are only a year and a half apart. And it's a struggle, and it's so hard to be patient with them. And I just have to keep asking myself now. This is my new question, people. Is it really hard, or could it be fun? Could it be fun? Could it be fun to spend more time with these two girls together and help them develop a friendship? You know what? Like all of a sudden your mind keeps starts creatively going. What could I do that could make them bond in a fun way? Ooh, maybe an art project, maybe baking with them, maybe making a salad. Like the second I'm asking myself different questions, all of a sudden different answers are coming up. So welcome back to Facebook, Lily Aronin, and I hope you enjoyed this. Send me some love. If you're looking to make your health and fitness more fun, reach out to me. If you are also on a debt-free journey like I am right now with my family, and you just want to compare notes or ask me like what tools I'm using, feel free to reach out as well. We're kicking shame's ass about the fact that sometimes things happen, car accidents happen, things happen, and you get into debt. And the only question is, are you going to face it and make it fun and get yourself out of it and get yourself back on the right track? Or are you going to close your eyes, turn away, pretend it's not there, and 5 years later be in an even worse state, and probably physically as well, because the stress weighs you down? So I'm going to be all about the fun. And if you guys have ideas for things that are fun for siblings, very, very open. Send me your best ideas to make things fun. I cannot wait. Have an amazing start to your week.